15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Miami Dolphins.
26, Miami Dolphins.
Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
Tell you what, partner, he might just be a rookie, but he certainly looks the part of a veteran NFL starter, and he carries himself like one leading the offense out there. In a lot of ways, he is advanced as a first-year quarterback, and he came in and was right at home with this offense.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
This defense tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And he floated one out there incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
This 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Williams. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
But there is a certainty in this game. We know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
19 yards. And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, here's Love. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead running. Here's Love. Down right around the 25. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
To the air, Williams. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The Bears field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
Dolphins nothing.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Nice little juke. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, the Dolphins headed back out, and this, of course, the second game this weekend to feature a team wearing the new NFL rivalries uniforms. The Dolphins are in their Dark Waters jerseys. It is a good look. Very dark blue, kind of highlighting the speed that this offense generally runs at. They'll come out throwing here on first down. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there is no way that ball was going to be caught.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They're going to look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 44. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
They'll go. H.N. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll go play action here with Williams. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Intended for Rome Odunze. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They turn to Love on the handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Throwing is Williams. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
They'll try the left side here with Love. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DJ Moore. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Jalen Waddle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Gervon Dexter in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Jake
Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Returnable here from the 38. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. So now here come the Dolphins.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
At the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And Hill is going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
And the Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And his pass incomplete.
Intended for Nick Westbrook-Akine. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. In motion, the tight end. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest. I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. On play action, they'll throw. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. A give left side. Here's Achane. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3. In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine. They'll go Madison up the middle. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line.
A gain of 6.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll run. Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score.
That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's Williams. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
He's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Williams looking to do it himself. Past the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's good for a Bears first down. A gain of 33 yards on the play. And the Bears first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
They'll hand it off. It's Love. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Second and a couple. To throw, Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Dolphins offense returning to the field.
And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one is incomplete.
Intended for Nick Westbrook-Akine. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Darren Waller. Incomplete. Kyler Gordon on the coverage.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start the drive with Love here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
He finds his man complete. It's Love. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Williams. Chick. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Here's Madison running on 1st down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he'll get this one down to about the
10-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The jumbo set out there, 3rd and inches. They'll go with a keeper. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll drop the throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now they bring the tight end in motion right. 2nd and 5. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
4th down and goal.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on.
23-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17 to 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw, it's Williams. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Looking to throw is Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. To the air, Williams. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he slides and covers up at the end, as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 4. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. In motion is Westbrook-Akina. Back to throw now on 1st down. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game, because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
In motion, Hill. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The
coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Jake Bailey now. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Running to start the drive is Love.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Chicago.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Love. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Minka Fitzpatrick on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Throwing is Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Williams. And this one too low.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it with Love. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
3rd down and 1. Williams going to sneak it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Williams looking to do it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Caleb Williams, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open net is Waddle, complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at their 48-yard line.
In motion, Hill. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it out
it to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
3 yards.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
Now HN on 1st and 10.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. You got to give him the football again here. He gets the big run down to the 2. Pay it off.
I like it. I like the call, but here's always the question. How many times do we see the big runs and a guy pats his helmet and says, take me out? Why would you go out when you've got a chance to get it again and score?
Madison is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and 2. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
In motion, Hill. They'll run it. HN with it. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Here's Williams. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Straight ahead running. Here's Love. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down. That is
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. A little juke. There goes a 42, making a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Achane on the counter. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
In motion left, Hill. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 36. 61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bears' 18-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Now 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
looking to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
First down.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Achane. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit, a great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter. You're going.
A 21-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins are going to be forced to settle for 3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On 1st down, here's Love. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 82 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
At the 42-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's Love again. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw, Williams. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Short throw going to be caught by Waller.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there and couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They'll get that out wide to Waddle. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out route to Hill, complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. But that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. He'll try and do this himself. Almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
On the tackle. A 9-yard gain on the play. It's now 4th down and 1.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
An unsuccessful attempt at the 2-point conversion. And it was a triple option play, and they chose option 1, handing it to the fullback, and that's not normal.
And sometimes you just miss your read key, right?
Yeah, I think so. And sometimes they actually call that, thinking that maybe everyone will bypass the fullback going out to the tailback or the quarterback. But in this case, they overwhelmed him and stopped him.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And that is incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this returnable for Hill. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Here's 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run from Achane to about the 35, second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here's second down. Back to throw. Gets this to Waller.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Ah, what a play. Now get to the ball quickly. Got to be ready with another play or get up and spike it.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's back to throw. That is incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other, and they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.